Imagine how unbelievably cracked this Jets defense would be if they never traded away prime Jamal Adams with Sauce Gardner, and let's say hypothetically in the draft, they went with best player available, didn't draft Will McDonald, and got a healthy Christian Gonzalez. You know how crazy this entire Jets secondary would be? It's already great as it is with Sauce Gardner, but with Jamal Adams would be a whole different level for this team. So I'm going to be rebuilding the New York Jets, but with prime Jamal Adams. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. We currently, recently just passed the 10,000 subscriber mark. So of course, we're on our way to 20,000 subscribers and the channel is growing fast. But other than that, guys, all I got to say about Jamal Adams is ever since he's been to Seattle, he's dealt with a lot of injuries, so he hasn't been as good as he would have been maybe on the Jets. You obviously don't know how that would have worked out. Maybe he would have got injured, maybe he wouldn't have, but at the same time, the Jets field is literally known for causing injuries, so it's crazy that he had such a huge prime in New York and then just started having a bunch of injuries in Seattle, which is a little bit weird to think about. But anyways, guys, getting into the rebuild, of course, we have Aaron Rodgers. We will have to look into the future for this. I do not do live draft classes until about free agency, just for the fact that picks trade, a lot of teams like different things. A lot of players fall up and down the boards based on the combine. So anyways, I'm just going to keep it auto-generated for now. Zach Wilson, total bust. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Randall Cobb, Allen Lazard. Obviously, I want to expand on this receiving core rather than just paying Aaron Rodgers' buddies a bunch of the contracts that he wants. Like, look how garbage this is. A 77 overall normal dev Allen Lazard is getting paid $13 million a year. No. And then Mekhi Becton, a lot of people are going to defend this man. I don't see how you can at this point. He's a big dude, really high ceiling here. Has dealt with a lot of injuries. I don't know what you're going to do with him moving forward, but as of right now in Madden, he's young. He has superstar dev. No reason to get rid of him. I'm going to put Tittman at the number 1 over Connor McGovern just because he's younger. He has star dev. Defensively, of course, got Jamal Adams, Sauce Gardner, Jordan Whitehead, Ashton Davis, CJ Mosley, Quinnen Williams. Surprisingly, he's not an X factor. Bryce Huff, Will McDonald. With this being said, John Franklin Myers was really good last year, but I have Will McDonald, Bryce Huff, Jermaine Johnson, Quinnen Williams. I don't need this much depth at the edge position. Yes, it works for the Philadelphia Eagles, but in Madden, it is obviously a different situation. So I'm going to move John Franklin Myers inside to defensive tackle, and then I'll keep Jermaine Johnson and Bryce Huff on the edge. Bryce Huff is actually really good in simulation, and also Carl Lawson as well. I don't want his contract. Can I cut him? It will incur $2 million in cap hit. I'll just play out the rest of his contract. Because realistically, I don't need Huff, Carl Lawson, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, John Franklin Myers, Quinnen Williams. Madden's a whole different story than real life. Obviously, Will McDonald, I'm going to start on the edge there, just that way he can get some playing time. And then for the scheme, I like usually multiple zone run. I'll try 4-3 cover, and then I usually go Buffalo offense, then Kansas City defense. I'll do Buffalo offense. Do I do Buffalo offense? Let's just go Kansas City. It's the safe play. We have Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson. Why would we not? Defensively, let's go Buffalo. I'll just swap them here for this video. But this is what we have offensively and defensively. This team is going to be great with Jamal Adams. And apart from that, guys, I'm not really going to worry about the specialist right now. It's year number 1. I'm assuming Aaron Rodgers is going to retire. We're going to have to cut one player. I'll let the AI do it. Let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are, midseason mark, 4-2. I feel like EA always does this with me with my simulations. Year number 1, we do pretty good. Then year number 2, it says your defense is trash and we're not going to provide an explanation why. It's literally how it works every single season in Madden for me. But I think QB has to be the scouting national focus, even though this isn't a QB strong class for the auto-generated class, because I don't know when Rodgers is going to retire. He usually retires after 1 or 2 years in simulation. Mekhi Becton here, I mean, I'm going to give him a long-term contract, but just because Madden is different than obviously real life. Superstar dev, 24 years old, stupid cheap contract for being a superstar dev, right tackle. Why would I not give him a deal here? So Mekhi Becton back on the team. You can just, if you wanna imagine it in your head for a realistic rebuild, just imagine he pans out in real life. How about that, Jets fans? Bryce Huff, I like Bryce Huff, But do I like 10 million a year? No, I really don't. He's a good piece, and he's a starting piece for me right now. I know a lot of people would say I should trade him. Do I want to keep him though? Like, I could get some good value out of him is the real issue here that I don't want to pass up on. Kareem Hunt, yada, yada, yada. The Bears like him. If the Bears want more edge rushers, I'm not going to get a #1 pick out of you. Can I have a next year's one? That would be sick if I could get that for Bryce Huff. Absolutely not. We're not going to get that. Can I get a next year's too? If I'm not getting a next year's too, I don't think I want it from here. Getting a next year's too for Bryce Huff, I think that's more than fair for us. I don't know about them. Bryce Hall, stupid cheap contract. He's young. He has star dev. He'll be a great depth piece for us down the line. Still wants more money. Carl Lawson, no. Jordan Whitehead, until I get a replacement safety, I'll do 1 year. He resigns on that. Anything else? Chuck Clark, no. I honestly forgot about him as a Ravens fan. Ashton Davis, no. Any of these. Randall Cobb, dude. Oh my God, just retire. Greg Zuerlein retired. There's so many old players here. Probably not going to accept Elijah Vera Tucker's 5th-year option because I just want to pay him. Obviously, not going to do anything with Zach Wilson. 4-2 are your New York Jets. I'm going to make sure that my defensive rush end is signable here. I'm not trying to waste anyone's time and be like, oh, this is going to take forever. Will McDonald, I'm going to put on the edge over Carl Lawson. Michael Carter. We got 2 Michael Carters on this team. Actually, no, the running back Michael Carter got cut and then sent to the Cardinals. But anyways, apart from that, it is now time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, here to face the Buffalo Bills, our division rivals. We go 13-4 top of the division. I can't wait to lose in the wild card because that's just how Madden works. But Rodgers, another amazing season. 5th best offense in the NFL, defensively 4th. That's amazing to see. 4,500 yards, 31 touchdowns, 15 interceptions is not a normal thing for Rodgers. 97 passer rating though. Wish it was 100, more even. But with an MVP caliber quarterback, I expect like 110. But Breece Hall, 16 touchdowns, 4.1 per carry, 1,100 yards, only 260 attempts. Nice. Randall Cobb, my God, 11 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. I'm still not re-signing him. The dude's going to be less than a 70 overall, which is what I hate about Madden. People can have this type of season, and the next year in the next game in Madden, if Randall Cobb had this season in real life, in the next Madden, he would have like star dev and he would be like at least an 80 overall. But in this Madden, they're like, no, best we can do is star dev and -5 overall. It's the dumbest thing ever. And then Allen Lazard, 5 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Garrett Wilson, only 4 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards though. But defensively, CJ Mosley, 110 tackles for a loss, 23 for Quinnen Williams sacks, 12.5 for Jermaine Johnson breakout season, 8 for John Franklin Myers, Will McDonald with 7 halfway through the season, Jamal Adams with 6 interceptions. What a great season for prime Jamal Adams on the New York Jets. He absolutely balled out. That's crazy. You're going to face the division rivals, the 9-8 Buffalo Bills. Probably going to lose in the wild card. And that's just how Madden works. Would you look at that? Anyways, let's move into the offseason. And the Cowboys beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. But there are no Rookies of the Year for the Jets. Maybe if I started Will McDonald from the beginning of the season. I forgot about Bryce Huff's contract, but it is what it is. Not going to complain about it. AFC East, our left tackle retires. Maybe I can move Mekhi Becton to left tackle. I think he's fine where he is right now, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But we now have $29 million in cap since our left tackle left, and Aaron Rodgers is an X factor, but again, he started as an 85, and now he's an 82 with the boost, so realistically, he's a 79. And they're like, yeah, you get X factor ability, but you regress into the ground, and it means nothing. That makes no logical sense. No logical sense. This dude literally won the league MVP 2 years ago. Randall Cobb got star dev, don't care. Tyler Conklin got superstar dev. Honestly, don't really care about that either. Defensively, Quinnen Williams gets X Factor, which is awesome. Will McDonald only has star. That's fine with me. Anything else here? No. I'm going to make sure Will McDonald plays on the other end. And apart from that, guys, let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, Elijah Vera Tucker, I already said I'm not going to accept his option because I just want to pay him and get out of the way. I mean, if Bryce Hall wasn't going to accept the contract I already gave him and he's 26... No, I already gave him money. He wants a different scheme. Really, is that big of a deal to play in a different scheme? Carl Lawson, no. Chuck Clark, no. Zach Wilson, no. Ashton Davis, blah blah blah. Don't care. Thomas Morstead. You know, we need a new kicker and punter, younger ones preferably. Let's move into free agency. After free agency, I got L'Jarius Sneed as a new defensive back to pair with our amazing secondary. And I got Jordan Brooks to eventually replace CJ Mosley because, of course, CJ Mosley's contract is trash and CJ Mosley hasn't been good since he's been on the Ravens. But anyways, let's move into the draft. And I'm in pick 24. QB class absolutely sucks. Ryan Harrington, 6'5" out of TCU. Elite strength, great throw power, poor acceleration, poor speed. I'll pick this guy probably in later rounds, but I don't think he's going to be a long-term replacement. In the first round, I'm picking up free safety, aka Jordan Whitehead's replacement, Matthias Randolph out of Alabama, 6'1", 214, hidden dev, 92 speed for a safety is good, 89 acceleration, A catching, A stamina, B hit power. I took him because of his athletic attributes, and he's going to be a starter. In the second round, I'm picking up left guard, who I'm going to move to left tackle, William Schultz out of Clemson, 6'3", 313, hidden dev, 89 strength for a rookie is really good. More of a run blocker, I assume, agile type, but he's going to be a starter as well. In the fourth round, Ryan Harrington, the quarterback who's wearing 0, which is sick, is only a normal dev. 93 throw power is really good for a rookie, though. I don't expect him to be anything special. You know, it's just a maybe. Now, this is the team after the draft. Harrington is a 64 overall. Didn't really expect much from him. Gibson, Ellison. I got this guy who was projected to be around 1 guy, and I got him in the 4th round, so it's not bad. Schultz is a 67 overall, 66 without the boost, which isn't the best, but the important thing is of course that he has the dev, so that's all that matters to me. And he's going to move from a 66 to a 65, 64 without the boost, which is a little unfortunate, but he's still going to start. And ooh, Randolph here, 78 overall. What a baller pick. I have pretty good depth DBs now. My secondary is cracked, as always. Jordan Brooks, of course, I'm going to move him to left outside linebacker since I have CJ Mosley at inside linebacker, and I already gave him a contract because for some reason pass coverage linebackers want to be paid the same as like edge rushers in Madden, which is the dumbest thing in the world. Will McDonald is a left end, and I think Jermaine Johnson is also a left end, so I might have to officially move him over. No, he's a right end. W. That works out in my favor completely, so don't have to adjust that. Team looks pretty good. Brees Hall, Gibson. I'll move Ellison. Maybe he gets Rookie of the Year. Randolph is going to be a starter. We'll start at free safety, not at slot corner. Jermaine Johnson, CJ Mosley, Jonathan Brooks. I'll have CJ Mosley start just because he has the higher overall, and of course we want to win games while we have Aaron Rodgers. So apart from that, year number 2, midseason mark. And what did I say? EA does this all the time. Oh, look, my defense suddenly sucks for no reason. I improved at my free safety position. I improved at my DB position. Overall, my team got younger and better, and I cleared more cap on my team, yet my team's defense sucks for no reason. There is no reason at all why my team sucks. EA just does this. It's like year number 1, you're fine. Year number 2, they suck for no reason. It's like, oh, you're just being salty. It's like, yeah, I'm going to be salty. It's like, why would I not be salty when my team suddenly sucks for no particular reason and they don't tell me a reason why it sucks? It's like, oh, well, I hope you figure it out for yourself. It's like, no, it's tell me. Anyways, wide receiver is the strength of the class, and I think we got to do better than Alan Lazard, and we had Randall Cobb in that 3rd string receiver. So got to give Rodgers weapons while he's here. Probably won't even be here for the next season, but maybe you need to get a QB round 1 too as well. Elijah Vera Tucker, already said I wanted to extend him, give him a little bit more money, spread out his contract a little bit better. Tyler Conklin, he has superstar dev. I'm not going to put you on 4 years at 29 years old. No way. Increase your bonus. Oh, you got to commit to me? No, walk. DJ Reed, he wants to live close to home. I can't do anything about that. Am I willing to pay him $15 million a year to stay here? No. And I don't want to trade him. Well, he's a good corner. We're 2-5. Let's be realistic here. We are 2-5. I want to see what I can get for this man. Stop giving me these garbage players and offer me draft picks, dude. I do not want these. I do not want old-ass DeAndre Hopkins. Vikings are willing to give up an arm and a leg for... Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can get pick 1 and 2 for DJ Reed. That'd be nuts. We're getting close. Let's do like a 1 and a 4. I'm pretty sure that will go through. Oh, yeah, that's worth it. DJ Reed for a 1st and a 4. What a robbery that we got from the Vikings. Michael Carter, another DB. I would like to have him back. What does he want? No state income tax? Can't do anything about that. Do I want to pay him $8 million a year to be an 80 overall depth player? Sure. Sure. I will pay him $8 million a year instead of paying $16 million a year for DJ Reed, who's only going to regress in the future, while Michael Carter is a 25-year-old depth DB. Jordan Whitehead, have no need for you now. CJ Mosley, not willing to pay you on $12 million a year. And on top of that, because you don't have much interest, no. Lakeland Tomlinson, you're 32. Sauce Gardner, of course, I'm going to accept that option because that whenever I have to pay him, that's going to be a lot of money. Same thing with Garrett Wilson and Jermaine Johnson. My God, what a draft they had. Anyways, apart from that, 2-5, switch to Dallas offense playbook. Let's move into the playoffs. 8-9. We missed the playoffs for no reason. Our defense was ranked mid. Our passing defense with the 78 overall hidden dev rookie, Jamal Adams, L'Jarius Sneed, temporarily DJ Reed, Sauce Gardner, of course, and Michael Carter is 24th in the league. For what? Tell me, why is it 20? Why? There's no injuries. No progressive fatigue because it glitches out and it removes your starters on the field. Why does my defense suck? Oh, it's your playbooks. My playbook shouldn't matter. I have prime Jamal Adams and Sauce Gardner. And then Aaron Rodgers, baller, 5th best offense. My defense, 19th. For no reason. No reason. 4,200 yards, 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 103 pass rating. Breece Hall, my bad, not Bryce Hall. 14 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry, 1,100 yards. Garrett Wilson, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Johnny Ellison, the guy that I picked in the 4th round, 9 touchdowns, 4 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season. Allen Lazard, okay. Tyler Conklin, okay. But overall, Jordan Brooks, 115 tackles for a loss, 22 for Quinnen Williams, sacks, 7 for Quinnen Williams. What happened? What happened to your 12.5 sack season? You should have got superstar dev for it, by the way. Okay, sure. Interceptions, 4 for Jamal Adams. Still leading the teams in interceptions, but obviously it doesn't matter. Sauce Gardner with the pick 6, and that's about it for the team. Let's see if Aaron Rodgers does retire. The Chiefs beat the Lions in the Super Bowl. Don't beat them. They humiliate them. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. Devontae Smith, Offensive Player of the Year, I guess. 2-2 go together. Johnny Ellison, Rookie of the Year for the wide receiver for the Jets. He was super fast. He had elite acceleration. That's why I took him. Projected round 1 guy. Took him in the 4th round. Why not? Normal dev. But Aaron Rodgers does retire after 20 years in the NFL. I do have to draft a new quarterback, and this is going to be year number 3, which is really hard to develop a quarterback, so I hope there's a good one in free agency. Ellison goes up to start av. Lazard regresses to a 75 overall. Dude, I incur $8 million in dead cap from cutting a guy that does nothing for my team. Oh, well, he had 800 yards, Vic. I don't care. Don't care. Tyler Conklin, I'll cut at the beginning of the season. I need a new tight end. I need a new receiver. I need a new quarterback. I needed a new everything. Apparently, my defense is good enough. Randolph has start av. That's fine. Jordan Brooks, CJ Mosley is regressing. I need a new linebacker. I need a new everything because my defense sucks for no reason, and Madden will never tell you. Let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, of course, I'm going to accept Sauce Gardner. He probably wants a franchise QB. That's why he has no interest in the team. Garrett Wilson, I'm going to accept his 5th year. And then Jermaine Johnson, I'm going to accept that 5th year as well. Tyler Conklin, no. Jordan Whitehead, no. CJ Mosley, no. Need a left guard, middle linebacker, QB, wide receiver, tight end. Hopefully there's a good QB in free agency. Baller free agency. 94 overall superstar dev, Tua. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he hit free agency with the Dolphins with how much they paid Tyreek. They're going to have to pay Jalen Waddle. They're going to have to pay their entire defense, which is, by the way, getting hurt all the time. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was here, but surprising to go to a division rival, maybe. Gave him the most money, so that, of course, that's what he wanted. Nico Collins, same deal. Got a new receiver, got David Long, got Tyler Conklin back on a 1-year deal. So overall, I still need a depth defensive tackle, and I need a left guard, and maybe another tight end for the next year to replace Tyler Conklin. But overall, $14 million left in cap room. I think we did a really good job in that free agency. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I thought I was going the best player available here, Nick Shelton out of Syracuse. Only normal dev, 5'10", 93 speed, 94 acceleration as grades. A injury, B zone coverage. Overall, he was very athletic with elite acceleration and great strength. It says 64, but overall, he looks good to me, but normal dev sucks. And with my other first round pick, I'm picking up defensive tackle Luke Green, 6'4", 300 pounds out of Oklahoma. Hidden dev, 90 strength for a rookie is amazing. B's across the board, very athletic. In the second round, getting Lakeland Tomlinson's replacement, James Sapp out of Miami. Weak strength on 84, but still 6'2", 312, hidden dev, A's across the board, pass protector. He looks great. And with my other second round pick, I'm picking up a third to fourth round projection. I couldn't let him fall. He has elite speed, elite acceleration, 6 foot, 250, hidden dev, A's and B's across the board. He looks great. In the fourth round, second string free safety. I heard it's good just to have depth at safety for your secondary. Don Brinkley out of Mount Union, 5'11", 217, hidden dev. He had great strength, which is 73, 89 speed, 84 acceleration is a little slow, but A block shedding, A pursuit, B finesse moves. For a guy who is a post UDFA, he looks pretty good. Year number 3 for the team. Tua has a better O-line here overall, I would say. Maybe in Miami with Teron Armstead not healthy, I would say. But really weird way to format that. Anyways, receiving core doesn't look too bad. Allen Lazard, can I just please get you off my team? It's $4 million. I'll bite it. I take $4 million and capped it, but I don't care. I'd rather have this guy playing who I don't have to pay. That's the key thing. Tua, superstar dev, 95 overall quarterback. Defensively, Graves is a 73 overall. That's awesome to see. Brinkley's a 67 for a late round pick. Don't mind. Green is a 74. This team, this defense is so good, and the AI is going to be no, the best we can do is ranked 31st passing defense. Let's move into the midseason mark. 5-2, top of the division. Tua, our savior. Anyways, scouting national focus. What do I need other than the AI to actually give me a good, just overall good simulation? Nothing. Anyways, man, I'm blanking so hard here. Do we need anything really? Maybe outside linebacker to replace Quincy Williams if I don't have him. Maybe. I don't know who I have on my contracts. Oh, yeah, I have Sauce Gardner in the next season. Actually, I did the 5th-year option, so we're straight. Anyways, coming off a win to the Bills, Breece Hall, I do want you back. Ooh, negative $22 million. I don't know how we got here. I was told I had $14 million left. I was lied to. I was very much so lied to, and I feel betrayed. Quincy Williams is going to be gone. Tyler Conklin's going to be gone. I would like John Franklin Myers back, but I've been very, very betrayed by the AI telling me I have $14 million left, which I would have $10 million left after cutting Allen Lazard. I've been lied to, and I feel very sad. Anyways, Tua makes sense. John Franklin Myers, ooh, man, damn. Quinnen Williams is getting paid a lot less. Anyways, Jamal Adams is getting paid next to nothing for being in his prime. W. That's just the contract I got from him whenever I shipped him over from Seattle to here. And then Nico Collins and I, of course, adjusted it to 5 years because, he was in his prime when he was 23, 24. Quincy Williams. So what I'm seeing is a lot of these contracts will be adjusted whenever this offseason happens, but I don't know if it will be good enough. I was under the impression I would have a lot more money. Not a lot more, but just enough to get by. But anyways, week 8, we're doing pretty good. Hopefully Madden doesn't choke this. They probably will. Playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, 11-6 top of the division. Thankfully, we're not playing the 9-8 Bills this time. Coming off a win into the Buccaneers. Here to face the 12-5 Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm assuming the Texans bought out with CJ Stroud. Tua, top 5 QB, 6th best offense in the NFL, 10th best defense. It should be top 3. 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions, 112 pass rating is an amazing season for Tua. Hold up. He's wearing 14? Ugh. Anyways, Breece Hall, 14 touchdowns, only 3.8 per carry. Come on, big dog. You had almost 300 attempts and 1,100 yards. Tua, bro, was moving. 109 carries, 5 touchdowns. Okay, anyway, Garrett Wilson, almost 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Johnny Ellison continues to ball out, 9 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. What a 4th-round pick. Nico Collins, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Tyler Conklin, normal season from him. And then defensively, Jordan Brooks, 117 tackles for a loss. John Franklin Myers with 26 sacks, 12.5 for Quinnen Williams, 10 for Will McDonald as he gets his breakout. Jermaine Johnson had 1 year and then was nah. Quincy Williams with 4 interceptions, Sauce Gardner with 3. Jamal Adams with only 1 interception went to 6 to 4 to 1, but still prime Jamal Adams. 0 safeties, 0 touchdowns. We're going to see what we have here. for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're 12-5, but we're a significantly higher overall team. I'm sure EA doesn't care. We beat them 28-21 here to face the 11-6 Cincinnati Bengals. They have a 99 overall quarterback. Our quarterback only threw 3 interceptions. We're 3 overalls higher than them. We're playing them at home. We beat them 24-21 here to face the 14-3 Anthony Richardson Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. Let's move into it. Here we are against the Colts. They're going to start out with a punt. We're going to respond with a... No, okay, I thought that was a punt in our opponent's territory. I was like, no. But anyways, they're up 10-3. If Tua can, move the ball, that'd be cool. 10-10. Okay. Oh, almost there. 17-10. Nice stuff. Fourth quarter, 17-17. Don't choke this. 20-17. You could have definitely got a touchdown, but we're going to hold on. Defense holding the Colts to only 17 points, them holding us to 20 points. But we're going to be moving on to the Super Bowl with Tua. And the Falcons go 16-1. No way they did this with Desmond Ridder. Whenever I play with Desmond Ridder, he's like, yeah, let's throw 21 interceptions. I'm talking about my last rebuild. He did it. No, okay. Desmond Ridder is just a baller whenever I don't play with him. That's just how it works. And apparently Arthur Smith's playbooks are just too good whenever they love not incorporating Bijan and Kyle Pitts. But Garrett Wilson, superstar dev. That's awesome to see. Elijah Vera Tucker gets superstar dev. Tua gets X Factor. Ellison doesn't go up. He had 1,100 yards and double-digit touchdowns. Kind of tempted to give it to him, but I'm not going to. Defensively, what do we have here? Jordan Brooks gets superstar dev. John Franklin Myers, superstar dev. Quincy Williams, star dev. Brinkley and Graves are not unlocked yet. Shelton, 78 overall. No dev up, though, which is unfortunate. Super Bowl team, 89 overall with X Factor 2 now moving into it. Is there no upgrade players? That's fine. Anyways, 16-1 Atlanta Falcons. Let's hope they choke. Here we are against the Atlanta Falcons as they get home field advantage. That's nice for them. 3-0 start for them as our offense continues to do nothing. Finally a touchdown. 7-10 now, 10-10 as 17-10. Come on. 17-17, 20-17. Defense... No, they're choking. End game drive. Please don't choke this. Third down alert. I'm going to have to hop in. 3rd down and 7. Can I just cheese this with Tua? Could I potentially? Oh, actually, Tyler Conklin's wide open on that. It's like, oh, it's a cheese play. Don't care. I want to win the game. What do we have after this? Red zone alert. I'll let them do it. 27-24. Don't drain the clock and finish us. End game drive. Holding on. 3rd down alert. What are you doing? Just run out the clock. Oh, they used all 3 timeouts. I'll do it. 3rd down and 5. What are we going to have? I should have that right over the middle if you don't overthrow your receiver. Good job, Tua. Completely missed him by 10 miles. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Hopefully that doesn't bite me. It probably will. I'm not playing this. Arthur Smith, you can win the Super Bowl. Let's see how it is. And he doesn't do it. Doesn't matter. Awful throw by Tua. Completely overled his receiver. But still, 27-24 as the New York Jets win the Super Bowl. Not with Aaron Rodgers, but with Jamal Adams. Still have 1 more year to go, but this is a successful rebuild. And Tua wins the Super Bowl MVP. I don't know how he does that with the final pick, but Patrick Mahomes, League MVP, Arthur Smith, Coach of the Year, would never happen in real life. Already got fired. Jonathan Taylor, Johnny Phillips, Greg Dillon. I don't really care. And we're going to see the retirements, hopefully some retirees for our cap situation. AFC East, D-Hop, Jimmy Ward, no one on the Jets wants to retire, apparently. We've already seen the team upgrades. Hopefully we can deal with this cap situation of $3 million and move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, Breece Hall, Will McDonald. Will McDonald, I'll accept the option even though I don't need to. John Franklin Myers or Breece Hall is going to be my options. Breece Hall wasn't crazy, but I won't find a running back with a higher overall. And I did draft a defensive tackle in the previous season. Would like to draft a new one along with an outside linebacker and a new tight end. Maybe hard, but we're going to do player friendly, spread out the contract, completely dump his salary, which will allow us to franchise tag him. Oh, you're franchise tagging, dumping the contract. You're cheating. No, the Saints are in like negative 50 million cap room, so I can go a little bit in cap room for, yeah, I can go 14 million if the Saints are allowed to go negative 50 million. So anyways, no money, obviously. Let's move into the 4th and final season in the draft. In the 1st round, I'm picking up right outside linebacker Luke Ingram to replace Quincy Williams, pass coverage archetype out of Washington State. Athletic, 87 speed, 90 acceleration, normal dev blows. A's and B's across the board. Looks very well balanced, but unfortunately only normal dev. This is the team moving into the fourth and final season, coming off a Super Bowl win. Overall, looks pretty good. I am out of money, so I'm glad it's the final season. Ingram is a 72 overall. I got this guy in the third round. Got a tight end in the second round. The tight end that I got was this guy Klein. He's 75 overall. He's not bad, but not really good either. 89 overall team. I'm going to simulate to the playoffs. I can't wait to see my 8-9 record. Let's move into it. Here we are in the playoffs, 11-6, second in the division, coming off a win to the Bears. We apparently have weekly awards for the team. I'm assuming it's to 407 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 sacks, 14 rushing yards. Baller season. Can't wait to lose to the Bills in the first round like in year 1. Stats and awards. Let's see what we have here. Tua. Baller, amazing year actually. Is that league MVP? He is number 4. Okay, interesting, but still an amazing year. Almost 120 passer rating as well. Offensively 4th, defensively 11th. 4,400 yards, 38 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions on 120 pass rating is an amazing season for Tua. Breece Hall, 321 attempts. My God, 4.6 per carry, 22 touchdowns, 1,400 yards is amazing. Nico Collins, 114 receptions. Garrett Wilson, 106, 1,400 yards, 17 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson, 9 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. Tim Barlow, my tight end with 11 touchdowns, doing way better than Tyler Conklin. Nico Collins should get X Factor for sure. Maybe even Garrett Wilson with over 100 receptions, but not double-digit touchdowns. Close, though. David Long, 115 tackles for a loss, 16 for Quinnen Williams. Sacks, 13 for Quinnen Williams, 9 for Jermaine Johnson, 9 for Will McDonald, 8 for Luke Green. Great defensive line. Sauce Gardner with 6 interceptions. Jamal Adams with another 1 interception season, but he's been great for us overall. Quinnen Williams with a safety, 0 defensive touchdowns. So Jamal Adams had 6, 4, 1, and 1, so 12 interceptions over 4 seasons. That's not bad. 3 interceptions a season on average, but obviously most of those came in 1 or 2 seasons. We're going to beat the Bills 24-14. We're going to see what we can do against, I think that was the 11-6 Baltimore Ravens, as we lose to them 24-21. It's the Ravens. They're a good team. But overall, really happy with the rebuild. Jamal Adams got a ring. Prime Jamal Adams. Team did really well. Fixed our quarterback situation pretty quickly after Rodgers. And Jamal Adams is 101 overall with the XP points. And apart from that, guys, I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know which team you want me to do a prime rebuild next. Maybe a prime Megatron rebuild. That would be sick. Or prime Antonio Brown before he got CTE. But apart from that, guys, once again, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.